Hello my friends, Greg Klaumanzer here, and in this short video I'm going to talk about what happens in a complimentary coaching consultation. If you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you're considering reaching out and requesting a complimentary coaching consultation. So I want to let you know what you can expect if you reach out and take advantage of a complimentary coaching consultation. So there's multiple conversations that take place. Usually the coaching consultation is between 30 and 45 minutes. And it's somewhat formal in that, of course, we start off with telling each other a little bit about ourselves. So I want to know a little bit about you, what prompted you reaching out at this point in your life. In other words, why have you decided to call or seek help or advice at this point? So that's really kind of the starting point. The second place we go in a complimentary coaching consultation is inviting you into a conversation of possibility. And I liken the conversation of possibility about finding your North Star. And so what we talk about is, or the conversation is really about how you want it to be in your life. How do you want it to be with your business? How do you want it to be in your relationships? How do you want it to be in work-life balance? How do you want it to be in all areas of your life? So sometimes we have an opportunity to speak about a lot of these different areas. Sometimes we'll have to minimize it to the area that really brought you to the call, whether that's business or relationship or launching a business or whatever the case may be. So the very first conversation is really about what I call defining your North Star. And it's a conversation around possibility and how you want it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And really painting a picture of what I call your North Star. The next conversation we have is really about this conversation about where are you now? Where are you now? So if this is what's possible, this is what I call current reality. So the current reality is how it is. So again, what we do is we have a conversation about how it is. What is your current situation? We paint a picture. So ultimately what happens in a complimentary coaching consultation is we define your North Star, what's possible for you. We tell the truth and really get in touch with the way it is. And we paint a picture around the way it is. And I help you articulate both of these through the complimentary coaching consultation, which typically is very, very energizing. In coaching, we also call this process creating the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Now, understand that most people left on their own, they're typically coming to a coaching consultation because they've got some things that are bothering them, that are bugging them. And those things typically live in this realm right here. And so there are obstacles and challenges and concerns and all this stuff that they typically focus their attention on, and they're trying to get some resolve around, a resolution around. So I want to tell a little bit of a story about this strategy of problem solving and always focusing on the problems, how it relates to the coaching consultation. So many years ago, I decided I wanted to buy a motorcycle. And I had a Harley Davidson picked out, and I was really excited about it. And I didn't have any experience really riding motorcycles. So I knew that I needed to get some training, I needed to get some education, I needed to learn. And so I went and I enrolled in a motorcycle safety and training class. Of course, I was already a coach. I've been coaching for almost 20 years now. And so I'm sitting in the classroom, and the instructor is talking about when you're driving your motorcycle down the road and you see a pothole or a rock or some debris that's in the road. I liken that debris to these problems. And I still laugh when I think about it because it's so appropriate to this conversation. The instructor says, when you're driving your motorcycle down the road and you see a pothole or an obstacle, don't look at it. Don't focus on it. Why? He says if you look at it or you focus on it, you'll run right into it. And I just love that analogy. And it's so true for people in life, is that they're so focused on their problems and the obstacles that they keep banging their heads into those things. Where coaching helps and what we invite you in to do is to continue to stay in this conversation and keep this alive, and that is what's possible for you. What is it you want to create? How do you want it to be? And interestingly enough, the more we focus on this, and by the way, the instructor said, when you're driving your motorcycle down the road, don't focus on the obstacles. What did he say? He said, focus on the space. Focus on the space around those. So if I'm seeing a big boulder in the road, I don't focus on that boulder. I seek the space around the boulder to get around it. And so a lot of what coaching does is it helps people practice looking at the space around these things and focusing on their North Star. Okay? One other thing I just want to talk about here, and it's not part of coaching or the coaching consultation here, but another place people get stuck is in their past. Okay? So they've got stories about their past, and a lot of people come to a coaching comp session, and they've got their stories. And so if you have your stories, what I'm going to ask is that for the consultation, you let that go. And that you are willing to be in a conversation around what's possible for you, how you want to create it. We'll talk about the obstacles and the challenges and the problems that you're faced with, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll let you know if I think I can help you create the path to your North Star. So if that sounds at all interesting to you, and that you'd like to take advantage of this complimentary coaching consultation, then I invite you to email me through the contact form below, or to call me 760-930-9604 and schedule your free complimentary coaching consultation. There's no strings attached. If it makes sense for us to work together, we can talk about that and the logistics. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to do a basic recap of what you might expect with a complimentary coaching consultation. So again, checking in with each other, telling me a little bit about yourself and what brings you to the call, how you want it to be ideally in your life, in your business, in your relationships, what challenges or obstacles are currently in the way for you, and then I'll share with you how I think I might be able to help navigate through the obstacles and ultimately to achieve the success that you're looking for in your life. Thanks for watching. I look forward to hearing from you. Greg Klaumenzer, gregklaumenzer.com.